Happy Saturday, folks. In today's video, we're doing the mailbag segment. I took questions after the Lions game, preseason week 1, for this video. So this video, generally speaking, has a lot to do with what took place after the game and questions about future, too, of the Detroit Lions after seeing what they did against the Giants. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it right now. Here's the first question. Should the Lions add another quarterback after watching the preseason game on Thursday night? And the answer for me is absolutely yes. And it may be a little bit different what you think when I explain this. First off, I think Nate Sudfeld should be cut today. That is my opinion. He should have been cut a couple days ago. I'm recording this on a Friday, so right now he's not cut. I wish he would be cut. From that point on, then you bring in another quarterback, whether it be a veteran guy or someone else that's available in free agency or another cut, anybody, because Sudfeld is not it. I do not care how he does in training camp or in practice. In real football, you get hit by pass rush. In training camp, you have a red shirt. That doesn't happen. And you've seen what happens when real players are coming after him. He's skittish. He stands in the pocket. He takes the hit. He can't think. He's inaccurate. He is not an NFL quarterback, in my opinion. I don't even think he is a UFL quarterback. Not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to bring my thought process. What I saw was horrible from Sudfeld. And when it comes to Hendon Hooker, it's kind of what I thought, right? He made plays, he drove. Now he got the concussion, right? Because he likes to hit people. That's something that he's got to work on. Now that would be something for Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. Do they trust Hendon Hooker to be QB2 at this moment? We already seen he got injured. So if they don't, they can bring in another quarterback who's on a free agent right now, or they just wait till somebody's cut. And then you would have Hendon Hooker still developing and another quarterback back there just in case. That's something that they have to determine. I though, would like to see another quarterback because of Sudfeld. I don't want him being a quarterback for this team. And it does hurt the development of wide receivers. We're trying to see who's going to win the wide receiver battle. When you have a quarterback so bad like Nate Sudfeld, you cannot evaluate these wide receivers in game situations. You just can't. It's too difficult to do that because the ball's not getting to the receivers because it's that bad. So how do you evaluate when that has taken place? So yes, they absolutely should. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you want to see the Lions add another quarterback? Mike, thoughts on the Lions secondary for the Giants game? And I was impressed with the secondary, I got to say, especially the first quarter. And as Rakestraw, Terry Arnold, I thought did well. Honestly, I thought the second string defense, but first for the Thursday's game, relatively did well. I was very happy from seeing from the younger guys. Amik Robertson, by the way, he was really good Thursday night. Really good. So I was impressed with the Lions secondary. I hope this continues because if it does, that spells great news for our beloved Detroit Lions. But so far, so good. Impressed with the secondary. Oh, and that's a good thing because the Lions secondary was so bad last year. They're already improved. It's already improved right now just because the talent is better. Without even seeing a preseason game, we already knew that the secondary is going to be better because the talent is improved. So from that aspect, yeah, for sure, 100%. Let's get in here. Who is the biggest winner for the Lions? I got Sonny Vaki as being the biggest winner here by far because he was dealing with a bad offensive line. The holes were not there, and yet he was breaking tackles, making people miss, and his juke was ankle-breaking jukes. It was really good. I was impressed with Vaki, fourth-round pick. I think from this performance, in my opinion, he's still got to stack on a couple more performances, but he's going to jump Craig Reynolds. It's only a matter of time at this point. And I love Craig Reynolds. It's not a dock at Craig Reynolds at all. It's just he's really good. So, and I think the Lions got the best 4 running backs in the running back room right now with those 4. Vaki, so good to see this. And it continues to show that Brad Holmes knows how to draft players. It just continues to do so. Vaki, another important part of his game is he played safety in college. And so when the guy was running back after the turnover with the football, It got knocked out. Vaki jumped on the ball, and we recovered. That is awesome. He is a Dan Campbell type of guy. He was my biggest winner so far in preseason. Now, in the comment section below, who is your biggest winner? Who do you think excelled the most? Let me know your thoughts. Next question here. Okay, who's the biggest loser of the Giants game? I'm going to go with 2 here. I think they're both extreme losers after this game, and for different reasons, so it's going to be equal. Maurice Alexander is a gigantic loser here. He's not making the team. His niche is to be a punt and kick returner. That's what he's good at. His first 2 touches were both fumbles. That is absolutely unacceptable in the return game by far. That was a disaster for him. He didn't make the team the last 2 years when he was good in preseason with return and punt kickoffs. He's not making the team. He just, I don't care if it's rainy. Your whole job is to catch the ball and not fumble it. He did it 2 times in a row. Axe right there. That is my biggest loser. In the comment section right now, who is your biggest loser? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. My next biggest loser, because I think they're equal, is Nate Sudfeld. He was horrible. That was one of the worst quarterback performances I've ever seen in my entire life. Skittish in the pocket, inaccurate, still hold on to the football, took 4 sacks, loss of 22 yards. That was a disaster. He threw an out route pass that was maybe 9 or 10 yards past, something that any quarterback should do. He was 2 to 3 yards off from the receiver. That's god-awful. That is awful. I don't care if it's raining. That is a pass that you who are listening can make, okay? And we're not NFL quarterbacks. That was terrible. He is not good in game time scenarios. He cannot deal with the pressure. He cannot deal with players about to hit him. He gets skittish. He's a deer in headlights. Those 2 players had a very, very bad game, resulting, in my opinion, not making the roster. That was that bad of a performance. Those were just a train wreck. And it is what it is. It just is what it is. Let's continue on here, and let's see. Let's get the next question. It looks like I lost my question. Sorry about that. All right. Nope, that is not the right question. Let me get back here. Good question. What player stood out to you whom you did not expect? Spelt wrong, by the way. Whom? With the E, so just FYI. Let's see here. Who do I expect that performed well that maybe I wasn't expecting to perform well? A couple players out there that I thought did better than expected. And I'm going to go with Kaden Davis. I thought he did well there in Jalen Calhoun, who took in the pass interference, literally turned around, and went back for the ball. That was a pass interference. That's a veteran move there. That was really a nice play. Even though he didn't catch the ball, he understood it, that he needed to get it done. I thought another one was Isaiah Williams. I think had a really good performance too. He made the best of it. We heard nothing in camp, and then all of a sudden in this game, he had the most receptions, and he looked good. His route run looked crisp, and he was trying to make the roster. That's exactly what it looked like. He was fighting to make the roster. Those guys I thought did well. And James Mitchell, he had a nice pass too. I'll throw him in there. But some of those players that I didn't expect to perform well did. How about we switch it up here? And this is not a question. The other way around. Who you thought would do well that didn't. Here's the thing, though. It's quite difficult to judge wide receivers. Daurice Fountain didn't have any receptions because Sudfeld was so bad. I want to see a little bit more from him. That's because he had no one to go to. Antoine Green, he got a concussion too. Again, it's so hard to evaluate some of these wide receivers because they played with Sudfeld. But I wanted to see a little bit more from those guys. Next question here. Biggest need, wide receiver or edge after the preseason game? Yet to be determined. I can't judge the receivers, in all honesty, with Sudfeld's in there. And edge, this was just one. Ukwu did good. Mitchell or Good, I wanted to see a little bit more. He didn't really do a whole lot there. So I'll be yet to be determined. I don't know what the biggest need is right now because we don't. If evaluating it from the preseason game, it's extremely difficult because just nobody could judge a wide receiver at that point. So we'll wait to be determined. What do you guys think after the preseason game? What is your biggest need after seeing that? After seeing the game, are you concerned for the Lions this year? No, I'm not concerned. I've seen a lot of Lions fans were so upset that we lost 3-14. Preseason's not about winning and losing. I've been saying this for years. Just sit back and see the development of certain players, who performs well and who does not. The back end of the roster, who's going to make the team, who's not. Presence of a quarterback, who was not scared in the moment and who was. Those are the type of things that you're looking forward to. Okay, I'm not worried that we lost a preseason game. I'm actually the opposite. I thought the defense in the first quarter played really well. Man, that was good to see with the DBs. That was impressive to me. I came away with more positives than negatives. Some of the negatives, though, that were astronomically bad with Sudfield and Alexander. They were really bad. Injuries were huge negative. Man, that was bad. We don't want to be. We lost two players to significant injuries, 4 players to concussions, adding it with Green and Hooker. That was bad. We don't want to see that. So I am concerned about the injuries. That's something that is not good because we're losing players right now. And we're losing players that are the back end of the team. But still, you don't want to see that injury bug. It's a scary, scary, scary thing. And so I am concerned about that overall from a perspective of, man, we cannot have that continue. We just can't. So give me your thoughts in this game in the comments. What impressed you the most? Do you have concerns? What is the biggest concern for you? Should the Lions add another quarterback? Make this video about you. Put it in the comment section. Let your thoughts known. I'm going to tell you that players, they do watch these videos, and they do see it because they want to see what people think of their performance. So they read your comments. Let them know your thoughts in the comments below. With that said, folks, adios.